My name is Dean Hartsook, and I'm the program head for Hotel and Restaurant Management at Saskatchewan Polytechnic. It's grade 12. A key to getting in is to apply early because we have over 100 applicants each year. A 2-year program, September to May each year. And in first year, it's a basic introduction to a lot of the courses. There's a rooms division class, there is some computer classes, there's service classes. First year, you also will run a bistro restaurant on campus and serve and cook just like you would if you were working in a real restaurant. We serve all the faculty and students who happen to come in. In second year, you take a lot of the more management side classes. So there's marketing, human resources, organizational behavior. We have a large capstone project at the end of year 2 where in a group, you will design and figure out how you would open an actual restaurant. You would do all the finances for it. You would do all the HR plans, everything that you would actually be taking to a bank if you were going to open a restaurant. And then we also have a computer simulator that we run with the class to see whose restaurant would be the most profitable. And then at the very end of year 2, we run a fine dining restaurant in the evenings for 3 weeks. And outside guests come and see what you guys as students have prepared and served for them. Quite a few of the courses you would take do transfer to other programs. If you were, say, you wanted to go from our program into a business program, the HR class, some of the marketing classes, you still have to go through a procedure with the new program to make sure they do, but generally a lot of our courses on the management side do transfer. The service classes, that kind of stuff, don't. It would depend on the program you're in. But generally, there are always a few classes you can transfer. We are about 95% of our graduates find a job in the industry upon graduation. We are one of the programs that is the highest job capabilities at the end because there is always jobs that are available in the hospitality industry. And it doesn't necessarily have to be in Saskatoon. Our diploma is transferable virtually around the world. The current director of sales at the Westin LAX at the Los Angeles airport is a past grad from our hotel, or our program, sorry. A great student in our program needs to be outgoing. You can't be too shy. It is the hospitality industry. So we all enjoy talking, we all enjoy meeting people. And it's just one of those industries where you kind of have to be a little bit of an extrovert. You don't want to be too shy. A lot of the students come in and they're a little shy at the beginning, but about 4 months in, they've kind of come out of their shell. But if you enjoy talking to people, meeting new people, you're going to enjoy being in the hospitality industry. So it is kind of that sort of student we're looking for. You know, you have to be diligent and you want to make sure that you're doing your studies, but you also want to have that social side, especially in our industry. There are so many opportunities. You come into it. I actually took this program in my younger days, and when I entered the program, I entered with the purpose of opening a restaurant. I wanted to start a business. And as I went through the program, I realized I kind of like the hotel side a lot better. And there's just so many opportunities. You know, if you go to be a welder, you're a welder. You're going to start as a welder, you're going to end as a welder. But in the hospitality industry, I started at the front desk and I ended up being national director of sales for a hotel company. So you see the world, you do lots of travel if you want to, and there are so many different opportunities. It isn't just one field. You can go on the restaurant side, but if you go on the restaurant side or the hotel side, you can still end up being the boss somewhere, right? If you start in a restaurant, you can move into hotels and vice versa. So it's just such a vast array of options that if you start down one path and you don't enjoy it, there's about 20 other paths you can change to still in the hospitality industry. There are no needed courses for admission. You just have to have your grade 12. A helpful course would be probably your math, because I mean, we are a business management program, so there is math, right? We're dealing with money, we're dealing with finances, we're dealing with profit and loss, and you need a little bit of math. We're not doing calculus or anything like that, but you definitely need to know your numbers. If there was computer courses like Excel or Word in high school that you could take, that would be a great benefit too, because a lot of the assignments we do are on the computer, and just that knowledge of those software systems might be very helpful. A typical day in the program, both first year and second year, the school day usually runs from about 8 o'clock in the morning till 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 days a week. There are the occasional evenings when you were running a restaurant or something. There are some times we, as a class, will volunteer at a different random events in town. We serve at the Chefs Association dinner, for example. And generally it is just that. It's just like the school day you're experiencing right now in high school. You start 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, depending on your schedule. You get a lunch break, and then you do a couple hours in the afternoon and your day is done. So it's a little shorter than probably a full high school day, but still 5 full days a week. We are trying to make that a little less by moving some of the stuff online in the future, just because everyone is kind of shifting to that. But generally it is 5 days a week, 8 to 3. Actually graduated from this program way back in 1995. I started at the front desk at a hotel here in Saskatoon. I moved from the front desk after 2 years. I moved up to the sales office, and I was association sales manager at a big convention hotel downtown. The hotel then got bought along with a couple other hotels in town, and they regionalized me. So I became the regional association sales manager for 2 hotels in Saskatoon and 1 in Regina. For that job, I got to see a lot. I went to Ottawa every year, did sales missions there once or twice a year with tours in Saskatoon. I got to, go to Regina every month. From there, I moved in and started working for Hilton Hotels here in Saskatoon. I was the director of sales at Hilton property in Saskatoon. And that opened up a greater amount of travel for me. Annually, I would go to a Hilton convention. They moved it around. One year it was at the Beverly Hilton in LA. One year it was at Disney World. I got to see a lot of the United States for training. I got to go to Memphis and Austin and all over the place, just doing Hilton stuff while working in Saskatoon. I then moved up to joined a different hotel company, and I became the national director of sales for a different hotel company. It had 9 properties under me across Canada from Ontario to Alberta. And from there, I moved back in and joined Sask Polytech. So you can really do it. I stayed in Saskatoon my whole career because my wife she was a school teacher and I had a really good job. But you can transfer this diploma virtually anywhere in the world. That is the one good thing. With Hilton Hotels, where I had moved to, every Hilton hotel uses the exact same computer software, for example. So once I knew their computer software, I could apply for any job on the planet with Hilton Hotels, and I knew how their computers all worked. I knew all of their systems. I knew what needed to happen in that building. So it was very easy to transfer wherever you wanted to go. The lady I mentioned previously in LA, she was at the West. She worked here in Saskatoon, actually at the Saskatoon Inn, moved into a Westin hotel in Edmonton, and from Westin moved to Palm Springs in California, and now is at the airport in LA. So you can easily transfer your skills anywhere you'd like to work, is to actually apply early. We have over 100 applicants every year for 24 spots. So the earlier you can apply, the better for you, because it is first qualified, first admitted. There's no interviews, there's no boxes you need to check. If you're going to be graduating grade 12 in June and you are thinking about it, we already have applicants accepted for next September already. So it fills up fast, so you want to make sure you can apply early.